How's it going, guys? I actually got requested by two different YouTube users to do a specific review, the difference on what a low truck and high truck do. So I'm going to kind of break it down for you guys today. We'll start with the low one. Low trucks, I just have, for example, my Thunder Light. The low trucks are really good if you want to go and be very stable when you ride, just because they are lower to the ground. They don't offer as great of turning because from where your board is to where your wheel would be, it's a really small little space. So these low trucks are a lot better for stability. You can tighten them down really good and they'll actually stay that way. They don't have a great sharp turning radius. And generally, because it is lower, it's almost not even noticeable anymore, but they are a little lighter. And you see mostly like a lot of like pros that like to get really technical. They like to do lots of flip in, flip outs, especially in lines. Most of them are riding something like this, something low. That way they get the full feel of the board. They're not all over the place. And I don't know. I've tried them out before. I really like them. I'm not too partial to either high or low. I kind of switch out every now and then. But it just, from what everyone else has told me before, and I can kind of vouch for this, with a low truck, you get, if you're doing like 5.0s or nose grinds, it feels like you lock in a little bit better. But for tricks like smids and crooks, something like a high would probably do you better because you can actually lock in and actually really have this thing to the side. You can have it tweaked out and it will grind just as good, and it'll give you a more solid lock-in when you go. High trucks, again, they're not too noticeably much taller. I mean, here's the independent. There you go. It's barely even taller. What it does is it offers a greater turning radius, a lot sharper turning as well. And I'm not going to vouch either way. I've heard that one or the other gives you better pop. I've never noticed that I pop higher on a high truck or a low truck. But some people say that the higher trucks do that because you actually have more ground to clear to get to the tail hitting the ground. And by the time your board hits the ground, your board, instead of it being, if it's flat like this, you have to pop it like this. Instead of it being low, where you'd only get about maybe 60 degrees, on a high you could get maybe around like 70, 75 degrees, and then you move your foot up for your ollie and you go a little bit higher. For a lower truck, you get just a quicker response to the ollie because you have less ground to clear. But higher trucks, usually you find on people who like to do a lot of carving, a lot of turning, who, especially if any of you guys have ever been longboarding, how some people like to just carve the street and feel out the street when they ride. These trucks are really good, not just independent, but just high trucks in general. And I mean, unless you tried them both, like a high and a low, you can do the most technical flip tricks on a high truck, and then you can do, good turning on a low truck. You just need to be very careful and not wheel bite when you ride it. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, right now I'm riding my titanium Thunders, and those are lows, and they're great. I like them a lot. And next thing I'm gonna be setting up are these, the high independents. Two brands I always switch out between is Thunder and Innie. But yeah, just kind of figure out what you want to do, what kind of skating you like to do, and then from there just go accordingly. Again, it just seems to me that, especially when I watch a skate video and I know who the person I'm watching's sponsors are, they usually have a personal preference for what truck they ride and they stick with it. If you guys have any questions or would like me to review something for you, just leave it in the comments below or message me on here or on Facebook. And remember to go check out my new videos trailer, Reality Check. It's on my other YouTube channel, DSG411. and have fun skating, guys.